Welcome everyone to the Pitching eForum Digital 2.0, Day 2, Pitching Session ICT VR Video Games Robotics. My name is Victoria Pavlova, and together with my colleague Denica, we will be moderating this session. InvestHorizon is an acceleration program financed and promoted by the European Commission and Eureka, and we Tector are the lead partner together with the rest of the partners, BPI France, Meta, BWCon, Eura, IBM, and ESF Business School. Before we continue, there are some housekeeping rules. First is that we are going to record this meeting. So if anyone doesn't want to be recorded, please write so in the chat and we will cut you off the recording later. Second is to rename yourself with name, surname, and company. The third one is to turn off your microphone unless you're speaking in respect to have a better quality of the session. And the last one is to ask your questions here in the chat. We will continue with the investors introductions in a minute. Then each investor will have 30 seconds per introduction, and then we will continue with the pitching session where 5 companies will present themselves. Each company will have 5 minutes for presentation and 4 minutes for questions. My colleague Denica will share now in the chat the link to the evaluation form. Please, dear experts, fill it in for all of the companies. And then we'll come back for closing remarks and satisfaction survey. These are the investors for this session. Christoph, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure. Hello, Victoria. Hello, everyone. So I'm Christophe Baudin. I'm the founder and director of CBO Consulting. So we are a consulting boutique based in Brussels, specialized in strategy and funding for digital ventures. So we help companies to find funding from the European Commission in particular and from private investors. I'm also a coach in different programs from the European Commission and a member of EBAN, European Business Angel Network. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Rodolfo, would you like to go next?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rodolfo. I'm from Armilar Venture Partners. We are a Portugal-based venture capital fund. We're focused on deep tech, early stage companies. And we've been investing in Europe and the United States for the past 20 years. So very happy to be here. Looking forward to the pitches.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Gürcan, would you like to go next?
Yeah, my name is Burkhard Feuerstein. I'm running an early stage tech fund in Vienna, Austria. And we have one exciting augmented reality company in the portfolio that I think Andreas knows a little bit about.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Yeah. Alexander, would you introduce yourself next?
Yes, already me. Hello, my name is Alexander Mokretsky. I'm from Starfinder Investment Fund, which is based in Warsaw, in Poland. So far we invested in 16 startups from different areas, mainly from ICT and deep tech engineering and also medical devices. And since the beginning of the next year, we're starting the new investment vehicle, which it will be found, which co-invests with corporations in deep tech startups, such startups which can link the corporation with some new technologies from the startups and create some additional value for both for corporation and just for startup as gaining the first clients in the face of that corporation. So I think it will be our new exciting activity, and I'm just very excited about the new opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Novika, would you like to go next? Do you hear us? Okay, maybe we can come back later to you. Jean from Keystones, would you like to go next?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Thank you. My name is Jan Rosenbaum. I'm from Keystones out of Copenhagen. We're a startup investor / business angel network consisting of 450 private investors. And we invest in 2020 in about 45 companies in a broad tech space. Yeah, glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Elizabeth, would you introduce yourself next?
Yeah, thank you very much. I am Elizabeth Schrei. I'm with B2B Partners. It's a 20-year VC firm, and I personally support the Industrial Tech Fund, which is based in Munich. And we also have offices in Berlin and in St. Gallen in Switzerland, because we also have a dedicated fund for digital technologies, which are more consumer-centric. And we also have a team dedicated for a broad business angel network. In total, we have 500 million assets under management. The Industrial Tech Fund is 100 million, and we invest in seed and Series A stage industrial technologies. Thank you.
Thank you. Christian, would you introduce yourself next? Do you hear us? Okay, we can go next with Audra. Would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, hello, Audra Shalal, Managing Director of Boss Consulting in France, that basically works with international organizations such as the European Commission, OECD, United Nations on reinforcing entrepreneurial ecosystems in the EMEA region. I represent on the board of several business angel networks, such as the Nordic Female Business Angel Network in Finland, the European Business Angel Network in Brussels, the Business Angel des Grandes Écoles in Paris, France, and helped set up an angel network in Bahrain. Also manage entrepreneurship programs in accelerators, incubators, and also in the Grande Écoles throughout Europe. So happy to be here. Basically, my portfolio is basically diversified, but quite a bit in the ICT and sport tech, med tech, and food tech.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Antonio from Pick Advance, would you like to go next?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, do you hear me? Sorry for this time. So my name is Antonio. I'm from Pick Advanced. We are a small company, but we are investing in and looking for robotics solutions.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Andreas, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello from Munich. I'm Andreas from Unternehmertum Venture Capital Partners. We are a early stage deep tech B2B fund. We just raised our third fund, which is currently having a volume of around about 110 million, which is going to build up to 170 million in the upcoming month. Yes, and we're looking forward to see many interesting companies. We invest all around Europe. Ticket sizes typically between 500,000 and up to 4 million when we enter a company.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Kim Neal from OptiTeam, would you introduce yourself? Kim, do you hear us?
Yeah, it's got stuck there. So my name is Kim Neal. I'm based in Northern Europe and working with I'm the previous chairman of the Danish Business Angel Network and working with angels all around the world, but primarily we source Nordic deals, Northern European deals, and help them out into the world. We also facilitate and advise larger. So we do early stage, pre-seed, seed, and then we also advise in larger transactions on AB and all the way to IPOs.
Thank you very much for the introduction. Patrick, would you like to go next? Patrick, do you hear us? Okay, I would like to once again ask Nolce from StarTech Ventures to introduce himself.
Hi, so we are having two activities. StarTech Ventures is our Italian activity. It is VC and private equity club deal and the pledge fund. On top of that, we're having a fund in London, which is called Silicon Roundabout, which is a pre-seed and seed stage deep tech activity. So the first one is, as I said, club deal. So it's deal per deal, where the second one is a $50 million fund. Thank you.
Thank you. And Christian, would you like?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Christian Schütte from Germany. I'm a venture capitalist, more than approximately 20 years experience as an investor in the venture capital fund. I established a 150 million fund in the past, investing in tech. Currently, I'm advising some companies and investing private money in young startups, deep tech companies, especially in a position as a business angel and as a mentor.
Thank you very much for the introduction. And let us try once again with Patrick from DA Capital Partners.
Yes. Now you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, hi.
Hi.
So I'm a partner in DA Capital. We are based in Geneva and we invest in three technological verticals, including IoT and automation, artificial intelligence and immersive technologies. And the stage where we invest is between pre-Series A and Series A.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And now we continue with the pitching session. These are the companies that are going to present now. The first company is Quanta and Qualia. I will stop now sharing my screen, and Vasiliopoulos, you can start sharing yours.
Yes, sir.
We see it.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone from Athens, Greece. I'm Vasiliopoulos Uranis, co-founder and chief strategy officer of Quanta and Qualia. And I would like to thank you for this opportunity to present your solution, Magos, today, with which you could touch the intangible. To begin with, our Magos team aspires of a future where current user interaction devices like joysticks will be replaced by a more intuitive one, entirely revolutionizing the interaction in extended reality environments. Based on studies and reports of high-profile organizations, the interaction via fingers in extended reality environments, such as virtual and augmented reality, is not at the desired level yet. A major factor is the lack of a device that enables users to interact naturally via their fingers within the digital environment, as in the physical world. For that reason, we see a next generation input device, a pair of gloves, as the enabler which will revolutionize the interaction framework within digital environment. That means that the end user will interact using their fingers in a natural, more immersive and intuitive way. As you can see, Magos Gloves is coming to provide the before-mentioned solution. It is a new patent-pending technology at technology readiness level 7, upon which several application scenarios can be built, exploiting the high dexterity along with haptic sensor technology Magos provides. Based on our market analysis, training is in extended reality is the most mature and easily adapted application. Up to now, trainees using joysticks do not interact in a realistic way, but they have to press a button or move the joystick at a specific point in order to perform a task. Magos' goal is to substitute the joystick and unlock the user's natural interaction with their fingers. Taking into consideration this need, we have collaborated with UCD and Health Service Executive Organization so that we'll build a VR training for intubation practice. In such a practice, high dexterity is required. Also, in collaboration with Open University in UK, CTAG and Wikid, we are developing a similar approach solution for training in manufacturing industry. Regarding the market size, the XR hardware total applicable market is close to $18 billion. The serviceable available market is $9 billion and refers to enterprises which goal is to digitize training via extended reality technologies. Analyzing the competition, there are several solutions trying to solve the finger and hand tracking problem. Magos technology offers 250 times more accuracy than its closest competitor, as you can see in the vertical axis. And also, due to its approach, 22 degrees of freedom, unlike most of the competitors. All the key competitors are grouped into 3 categories based on the technology they use for tracking. All of them are unable to provide reliable data due to their technology limitations. The major factor in IMU solution is the error accumulation. In electromagnetic is the interference by external environments. And lastly, in optical is the occlusion effect. Imagine you place one hand below the other and there is no tracking. We tend to increase our market adoption based on 3 fundamental pillars. First, to build awareness, then establish trust and demonstrate results. This strategy has already led us to 14,000 leads through our website, social media accounts, and communities we have joined. 1,300 of them have expressed their interest for our solution. 200 of them followed up for getting early access of Magos, and 34 would like to try or buy the product. Our team for sure is our most valuable asset. We're a team of 8 professionals with complementary backgrounds in extended reality, hardware and software development, 3D design and printing, marketing, project management, and business development. Concluding, we are seeking for 3.9 million euros, with which we aim to reach during 2-year period 3.2 million euros revenue, which is equal to 1,800 sales. This investment will help us to achieve 2 milestones. First, to reach our alpha version, and then after 7 months to reach the beta version and be ready for mass production. Thanks a lot for your attention. Along with me is Greg, the Chief Executive Officer, for the question part.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Now it's time for questions. The experts, please unmute yourselves and ask them directly.
So, can I speak? Can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure.
So I need to understand a little bit more about the current traction that you're having, because 3.9 million just to reach alpha seems a bit too much if you are not already having a signed traction.
Yeah, sorry about that. About the traction right now, we have been working with several end users or interested parties like software providers in order to develop and demonstrate pilots and trials into their premises. For example, we have ongoing collaboration with Siemens. They have requested to purchase our product as soon as it reaches the alpha version, which will be early 2021. And some other partners, as you can see in the previous slide, which already are interested to test and buy our solution according to our traction.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see that there is a question from Gürcan. Would you like to ask it out loud?
Sure, just didn't want to crosstalk. What's the price of a device, or is the device part of a system? What's the price of a complete installation?
When you ask the price of a complete installation, you mean to set up for a pilot or what?
No, let's say if Siemens thinks about equipping 20 places with your solution.
Yeah. Right now, our target price for entering the market early 2021 is around 1,300 euros per set of gloves. So that's our target price. However, if a business partner like Siemens or a large-scale partner is interested, we can have a custom, let's say, discussion with them for the pricing policy.
So the 900 units would transfer into about 1 million of sales.
Correct.
Yeah.
I see that Jean has a question. Would you like to?
Yes, I would like to hear about the, is there commercial experience in the team? It's quite a lot of money and it seems like a tech-heavy team. Do you have commercial business people on?
You mean salespeople?
Yes.
The sales team will be run according to our projections right now, will be run by the founders. You can see the sales part of the team, and we intend to use 30% almost from the funding for the sales team.
Thank you. I see that there's a question from Christoph. Christoph, would you like to?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Victor. So I'm curious about how you did or will secure your IP. Are you thinking about patents? So what's in the track?
Right now, the technology and the approach is a patent pending in the European Patent Organization. So we have submitted our PCT application. We expect the results within 2021. And if you can see here in the legal part, we intend to use part of the funding to go through with the current patent application and apply to other countries through it.
Thank you. Thank you for answering the questions. We're out of time. So we're continuing with the next company, which is GymCraft. Fabio, would you like to share your screen?
Yes.
And Agriopoulos, if you could please stop sharing. Thank you. Yes. Now you should. Yes.
So you see the screen?
Yes, but we are on the last slide. So
in the what? Now it should be the first slide.
It's the last one.
Oh no.
Maybe try to share. Yes, now it's the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we see it. Please make it full screen.
Okay. Works?
It's not full screen.
Yeah, but it is.
Did you share your screen or you shared the screen of the presentation?
Maybe of the presentation, I'm sorry. And let's try this again.
Yeah, sure.
The complete screen maybe makes more sense. Okay, now this should work.
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay. Then hello everybody, my name is Fabio Chiaramonte. I'm co-founder at GymCraft. And you know, when I was a child, I used to play a lot of video games, and I still do, and all of my friends do. Video games got to the middle of society by now. Well, as you probably can relate to, is that most of the people have an issue keeping up motivation for their workout. Now with the Corona pandemic, you don't even want to go to the gym and work out because you might meet people. Well, then there's the general trend in society that food quality is decreasing, and all of this doesn't really contribute to a healthy lifestyle. Well, what if fitness would be fun? What if your cardio workout time would be game time? And this is exactly what we are achieving here at GymCraft. We are creating a social habit to create the motivation at the end user to keep track of his training and maybe dive in a social experience and do the impossible in virtual worlds. We are creating a new market. You need to understand that the fitness market is huge, probably you know it, but the gaming market is even bigger. And we are acting right in the middle and creating a new genre, like we are tapping into a blue ocean where there's close to zero competition and the market is starving for a solution giving some kind of entertainment. And we achieve this by connecting real fitness equipment hardware, like you know it from the gym, and connect it with video game technology. And we have our platform right in the middle of this. It's a one central platform where you can different types of fitness activated games that can only be played with your physical input. And we have already 5 of the big players on board of a group which is relatively small, because you need to know that there's let's say 10 big brands on earth that dominate 90% of the market. So integrating already 5 of them is for us a big reach. We can reach out alone with, for example, Precore to an audience of 25 million active users. Well, we have been all around the world showcasing our solutions. We built our first prototype, our first product, and we gathered around about 1,500 users, showcased it in London, Shanghai, Germany, Spain, well, everywhere. And the feedback is phenomenal. The people love the solution. They only have one question, is where to buy it, when to get it, and basically that's it. As you can see, we have a lot of brand partners on board. Also big multinational brands like Samsung and AXA are interested or already on board with us. And also we won a bunch of prizes on our way in the last 6 years that we are already existing. We have competition, well, which is dedicated only to the professional cyclist group, which is a very specific niche only for professional, well, road cyclists or people that like Tour de France and are into the sports. Now, they are having great results. They're having 700,000 subscription users every month. That's over 10 million of revenue every month. They just raised 420 million euros in series, I don't know, B or C. I mean, they are officially now a unicorn. And now you need to understand that indoor cycling is what they are serving. Only 10,000 Google researches per month are searched in Google. But to the term home training, and now with the Corona pandemic, even it's an emerging market, home training is 100,000 search requests from us. So what we are doing is by design opening up the same technology they use, but for a larger audience, for a bigger audience. In our business model, we are using the same model like every other app store. You can have applications at a fixed price, a monthly subscription, or a freemium model where there is in-app purchases. But overall, we do open up the technology to third-party developers by charging them 30% of royalty and making them generate fresh, new, nice content. We have a team that is very complementary. It's exceptional. We have seasoned entrepreneurs on board that already experienced exit. We have technical people that have the necessary technical background, salespeople who know the industry, and we already had a VC on board who opened us the doors in the industry to the necessary places. We already invested 3.5 million euro into the solution and came to our pre-A stage where we are at now. And we are going to launch the next mobile application, and we are looking for additional 3 million euros in order to finish the platform and go into our growth stage, onboard the third-party developers, and get to the point where we think the exponential leverage will come through the third-party developers, and that's it. Well, thank you for your attention, and feel free to drop us an email, take a picture of this nice email and the contact data, please.
Thank you, Fabio, for the presentation. Dear experts, you can unmute yourselves and ask your questions now.
Hello, Andreas from UVC Partners. Thanks for the great presentation. One question, I think you wrote 40,000 in revenues. Is this recurring revenue per month, or how can I interpret this?
Well, no, we have had development partnerships coming in. We have like commercial B2B partnerships coming in. For example, like now the ADAC in Germany is ordering, well, as many fitness stations they can get for 25K to equip their pilots with interactive fitness stations. So it's not recurring because it's a one-off chance, but we are getting these kind of B2B inquiries very often. And now we are right now in a sports tech accelerator in Qatar, and we are focusing now on digital launch and digital advertising and digital conversion of app sales.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have time for one more question. Who would like to ask?
Hello, this is Audra. I'm very involved in the sport world, sport tech, etc. As especially in France with the lockdown and the COVID-19, many are forced to have to figure out ways to train. They only have 1 hour, 1 kilometer from their residence to be able to even jog. So what type of, okay, with your fitness hardware, there's others who have small apartments. They want to follow, a company such as yours to be able to use the GymCraft. How, when talking about space, and the type of fitness hardware for that population of people?
Well, people will have to use any kind of equipment that gives an input. It depends in the end on the application that is developed in our app store. But at the moment, we are, for example, serving games for cardio bikes. So you will have some kind of, you don't see it, you will have some kind of cardio bike or smart trainer in your home, and you will get some content for it. That's the idea, not just watching the wall. But you need to...
Tillman here, it's very important to know that we are connecting the people to existing fitness devices. Yeah, they don't need to buy anything new. These devices are already available in all of the gyms in the world, and most of the people who have a bike trainer at home or a little cardio bike can use our technology already.
Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're out of time now for questions. Thank you again for the presentation and answering all. I see that Kim has a question. Actually, Kim, would you like to ask it, or we were going to elaborate more in the one-to-ones?
No, we can continue. I mean, we can answer it online. I was just wondering if you now have this interest from the fitness centers around the world there, could you just not sign up with them and they get a LOIs and purchasing orders and basically deliver later? And then later, I think the blue ocean statement is a bit tricky because I at least feel that there are other maybe competing things that are maybe not identical, but
training apps, but not tapping into the fitness gaming. Exactly, gaming and entertaining market is a blue ocean, basically, in this kind of setup.
And we don't have contracts with the fitness chains. We have contracts with the fitness manufacturers. We have a signed contract with Precor, which is the third largest manufacturer in the world. They have chains, fitness chains, like 24 hours as their client. So we are riding piggyback on the giants. Yeah, with the 5 companies we have already contracts, we reach out to almost 500 million existing clients of these companies.
Thank you. Thank you for answering all of the questions. And now it's time for the next presenter, which is Salvatore from KOMP-ACT. Salvatore, would you like to share your screen? Yes, we see it. Great, you can start. We don't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. I will restart.
Yes.
So, KOMP-ACT is in the business of electric actuators. Our mission is to make the machinery industry to adopt electric actuation technologies for the benefit of the environment. A pneumatic actuator is a standard component used in many industries, in every industry from ground to sky since more than a century. And it's a critical machine component which use compressed air to generate mechanical work, linear motion. In Europe, there are more than 300,000 facilities using manufacturing machines using these technologies to produce every type of items. And the problem in the industry with pneumatics is pretty known. There are many components needed, infrastructures, costly maintenance, very low efficiency of these technologies, and the machines, the manufacturing machines running 24 hours a day using these technologies have problems, low problem of performance, speed limitation, reliability, etc., etc. It's something really known in the industry. The industry is looking to change, it's looking to go electric. However, the adoption of electric actuator components is still difficult. And this is why at KOMP-ACT, we developed a novel electric actuator technologies, which unlikely the competition does not require to change nothing on the machines. So does not involve any research and development costs, does not increase the cost of the CapEx, the cost of the machines, because the technology is marketed at the same price as the old fashion technology, which is marketed since 1920s. Also, machine becomes digital. It's possible to program the actuator. It's possible to monitor the performance of the machines through our data, or the actuator's data. It's possible to monitor the health of the actuators and to advise the end user when it's time to change the mechanical components. So we adopt in the industry what is called predictive maintenance, instead of preventive. Preventive means we change a components before it fails when it's still good. So it's a game-changing technology which has been validated by a top player in the packaging machinery industry on their machines. We have demonstrated the benefits of the technology. We increased the speed of the machine. We cut up to 95% of energy cost, and we reduced the maintenance needed because we have fewer components, fewer mechanical components. It's a big industrial opportunity. The market of electric actuators is quite big, and we are focusing on the biggest segment, which is the packaging machinery segment. It's very interesting because it's been untouched almost completely by the electrification, and it offers the possibility to resell spare actuators in the aftermarket in a growing and exponential way. This is possible because packaging machines in the aftermarket last 20 years. So for each actuator that we sell to a new machine supplier, we can sell up to 40 actuators in 10 years from now. So it's a very interesting business opportunity. And our marketing strategy that we call it the fill the gap strategy is to sell the best electric actuation technology in the market at the cheapest price, and to tackle the pneumatic actuator market and acquiring in a very fast way market share. This is our technology. There are very few firms that are commercializing our technology, which is a linear motion technology. There are 3 that we know worldwide. The top firm is Linmot, which is a company of over 100 millions in turnover. We are 5 people at the moment. It's a mix of young, talented engineers in the development side and a relatively experienced person in marketing and sales who has experience in B2B of complex items. So she comes from Caterpillar, so she had experience of dealing with end users and dealerships in a very complex market share. Myself, I'm an experienced aerospace engineer with over 50 years of experience, marketing and technical sales, and Professor Schuffer is an authority in the market of electric actuators. We are looking for 2 million to boost the commercialization of this technology next year. We obtained CE mark. We have interest from several suppliers in the machinery industry. We want to grow sales and expand the product portfolio that we can offer to the market. We think it's an interesting business opportunities because the market is existing. It's a disruptive solution. It offers multiple exit opportunities to investors. And you can also help us to contribute to a carbon zero future in the manufacturing industry. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Thank you, Salvatore, for the presentation. You finished right on time, and now it's time for questions.
So maybe me, what's the stage of development of that solution? Because as I understand, it's not on the market yet. Am I right?
Correct. We have obtained the CE mark 1 month ago. We are producing the first batch of 100 of actuators, and we are implementing the technology with the first customer in the market for a machine, for a full electric machine that will be ready in the first quarter next year.
It was a little bit a kind of impression about the financials. How much money will you need to break even? What about the sales figures you expect and something like this?
Yeah, to break
perfect.
even, it's 5 million. The scenario that you see, it's a normal scenario with some conservatives on the inventory, on the receivables, and depending upon the speed that we grow to become cash positive, this can be required between 10 and 20 million, the complete project. To break even, 5 million, 5.5 million are enough. So
could you mention more about the IP, the rights,
sure.
patents?
Yes, we have, I think I skipped the slide, or maybe I missed it in my presentation. Yeah, we have 2 applied patents. We have a patent for electric actuators. We have a second class of product that we developed in the meantime because it has been required by a customer, and we are negotiating a contract with them, which is an electric gripper. The patent have been applied internationally. It's a very complex technology, so it requires manufacturing know-how, it requires skills in software, electronics development, and these latest items, we keep it secret. The technology has been developed partially in collaboration with the Polytechnic of Lausanne, and we recently has received also a grant of 800K to further boost the manufacturing technology, the manufacturing aspect, because one of the a very important aspect to be successful in the market and being cost the leader in this market is the manufacturing technologies that we developed.
Question: most companies in that stage need a few quarters to find the ideal go-to-market approach and product market fit. So it looks, for me, it looks a bit premature to ask for 2 million at that stage to scale up. And frankly, my initial impulse is wait and see what happens.
We started very early in marketing. After a few months that I didn't even start the company, I received my first letter of intent from an Italian multinational, and then we started developing the product. Actually, I think the market traction that we received has been even faster than the product development. This is the truth. So I think we find a very good product market fit. We can demonstrate in details. And I think that the challenge that we have are the inventory, the manufacturing, and the product offer. And this is a market which is requiring having also a certain product portfolio. At the moment, we have 2 models, so we will need to also expand in order to be able to increase our market share, our market reach.
Do you have private investors on board, angel investors or venture capital, or is there a business board involved?
No venture capital so far. We have received the funds from the local government, and we have business angels and private investors. We raised 2.2 million to the stage, and 50% are grants.
Thank you, Salvatore, for answering all of the questions. We are now out of time for questions, and I would like to give the chance to the next company to present. That is Jose from Ovogame.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay.
Yes, the floor is yours.
Are you watching my screen?
Yes,
right?
we can see.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jose Fuerte. I'm founder and CEO of Hobo. I have a couple of questions. How do you know if your world is real or virtual with the sense of touch? Do you want your digital world to become a reality? Let's go. Facebook, Amazon, and Google are looking for position in the video game industry. We are offering new way of playing, feel the game. VR increased the market share. We are offering next evolution of VR. Developer studios are looking for differentiating elements. We are offering new business model. Finally, video gamers are looking for realism. We are offering total immersion. What is OVO? OVO is a haptic game in best. You can feel over 30 different sensations while you are playing video game. It is a wireless system compatible with PC, mobile, VR, and console, and is ready to be used multiplayer, single player, in streaming, online and offline. Our system is patent pending in a worldwide with a PCT in the United States and in Europe. And we have trademark OVO in Europe, United States, China, and Japan. Why OVO is unique in the world? Because our haptic game invest, we are using our algorithm of sensation with pulse of train and the possibility to change 9 different parameters, because our based on in electromuscle stimulation. So we can change ramp up, ramp down, interface, chronaxia, and frequency. We are offering 3 different families: impact, integration, and experience. So you can feel in your body axe, dagger, shot, push an object, wind, free fall. We have an app is compatible with iOS, Android, and PC. And with the calibration, you have total control over your experience, modifying the intensity of the calibration. So the end user have 100% control. This is my third company created from scratch. In 2015, I created Wines Pro, the best wireless electromuscle stimulation for fitness. I have 35 distributors around the world with this company. Now, the same engineer team with 5 years experience developing electromuscle stimulation technology is working in OVO full time. For this reason, we have 100% control over the product manufactured in the house: best hardware, software, and SDK. We have 4 different competitors. Tesla Suit is B2B and is very expensive, and KOMP-ACT, Big Haptic, and Buha is B2C for video games. But the problem is they only can offer the same sensation because they are working with vibration. The number of players in the world is over 2 billion. The average in the United States and in Europe is over 200 million gamers. And in Asia, over 1 billion. Our business model is B2C for gamer. We are offering retail price for 150 with profit margin almost 50%. We will use for distribution our e-commerce, marketplace Amazon, online distributor Facebook and Google, offline distributor, the most important dealer in each country, and the developers. Because we have a partnership with the developers sharing our benefits if they are adapting their video games. Our achievement, we did the seed funding last year, $600,000 US. Our product now is totally functional, best app, web. We have 100 pre-order. We have 15 video game adaptive, and we have 10 kits to send for the developers. Our milestone is we are working very hard to have more than 100 video game adaptive with 5 million potential buyers. So for the reason, we will launch our product next year and to scale worldwide. Why invest? OVO is innovation. We are the first. Our product is protected. We have a good profit, over 45% profit margin. Our product is totally scalable in any country, sector, compatible with our platform, and we have 2 billion video gamers waiting for our product. So why not? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jose, for the presentation. Now it's time for questions from the experts.
Hello, Andreas, UBC Partners. Thanks for the great presentation and really interesting product.
Thank you.
Just one question. How can you convince, or what would be the way forward to get adopted by the big brands of video games like
Okay. We are working on accelerator the adapting video game. It's very easy. We have 2 SDK in Unity and Unreal. And right now, all the video in the beginning, we are talking with Ubisoft. We have a meeting with Edgar Auslander, the director of virtual reality in Facebook. We have a meeting, but the COVID, that's impossible to travel. But we are focusing in the beginning with a big company like Ubisoft. But in Berkeley, they told me, hey, Jose, you have to take, first of all, the the studios has approximately at least 100,000 downloads. So it will be your final potential buyers. So we are working in this line. So we are sharing our benefits. So we will launch our product next year. So I will give you, if you adapt in only 2 hours, if you adapt your video game, our system, I will give you 9% our benefit, approximately 20 hours, 20 euros. So if you have one video game and you have, for example, 100,000 downloads, you can win more money with our product than your video game, maybe because it's free to play. So we are offering a new possibility to offer new skin. For example, the end user pay money for a blue gun or for a new car in the video game. So we can offer new skin, new sensation. So they can offer new sensation for new skin in the video game free to play. 100% of people have tested our product is in shock. At the video game, every time say, hey, Jose, if in the beginning, for example, it's a shooter, I go in the room and I can feel the shot, okay, my mind change. So if I can feel in my body the gun, the shoot, my mind is totally different. I'm going to go in with respect, and your mind say, no, you cannot go in crazy situation because you can feel in your body. So if you feel in your body, the virtual reality is real.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. We have time for one more question. Who would like to ask the next question?
Can you give us an impression about your sales figures for the future?
Sorry?
The sales figures for the future.
For the future?
Yeah, your planned sales, turnover.
Okay.
Financials.
Yes. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, we have almost 50%
We don't
profit.
see the financials.
Profit, yes.
No.
With a capital increase 700,000 at the beginning in the January. You can see if we can sell 20,000, but we don't need. We only need to sell 5,000 to get benefits. It means if we can add over 2 million in personal cost, the benefit in the run sale is 1.5 million. If we can add in the personal cost,
Jose, sorry to interrupt you. Could you please share your screen?
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
I suppose it. I was. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Now it's okay?
Yes.
Okay. So if our personal cost is 1 million, okay, and the cost of extrude is over 2 million, okay, our run sales in the beginning only needs capital increase 700,000, okay, US dollar. And as you can see, only if we sell 20,000 in the first year, is very low quantity, but we don't need to sell this amount. Maybe 5,000 is with benefit. The benefit will be 1.5 million because the run sale, we can spend money because the benefit is our benefit is 45%. So we can distribution of channel. Okay, we can change. Okay, you can see the numbers. The revenue will be 7 million, in production 3 million, and we can share a commission at 18% of our benefit. And the cost per unit with 20,000 will be 106, and this included the cost, the infrastructure and personnel and production for 20,000. If we can sell more, we can reduce.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Jose. We're out of time, unfortunately,
Okay.
but maybe we can elaborate on this through our platform. We have personal messages. So.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. And the last presenting company is Negentra. Gürcan, would you like to share your screen now? Could you please make it full screen?
Of course. Can you hear me now, everyone?
Yes.
That's great. So just start by making this full screen. I think everyone can see the screen now, right?
Yes, the floor is yours.
Okay, that's great. So let's start. Hello, everyone. My name is Gürcan. I'm the business developer for Negentra. We are a VR simulation, injection simulation company. I'll just start right over with the problem. The problem we are actually focusing on is, or let's say, let's put it this way. What's the problem? The problem is actually any given health worker gaining the first experience on the patient itself, which is a very scary thing to think about, actually. So then what happens once this medical error occurs on you? On the left-hand side of the screen, you see some medical terms. These are actually all things that can happen during any kind of medical error, to start with injection, hematoma, and things like that. So the picture shows itself as a wrong injection applied on actually an artery instead of a vein, which looks very horrible. Then we come in. And before I jump into our solution, I would like to show you what is available in the market. On the right side, you see a room, and then you see a plastic mannequin. It's a model, basically. So any given, let's say, healthcare personnel comes here, holds an injection, the syringe itself, and then implements on the plastic body. So this is where you get to learn how to make an injection as a nurse, as a midwife, as a dentist, you name it, or in different, let's say, health disciplines. And then on the left top side, you see another system. This is also another model, but it's connected to a computer. So use there's some sort of feedback. You get some data. So all these models actually are one can say they're our competitors, but they're not our competitors. I will explain you in a minute. Our solution, of course, the head corner of the solution itself is the virtual reality solution. And then I also would like to emphasize a little bit on the current situation, which is actually hit by the COVID-19 pandemic conditions. The numbers are massive. You see around 1.5 billion people around the globe are affected. And these are people at a certain learning curve, say it's a university, say it's a primary school. So it's a big, big problem now. And we're looking at more than 190 countries worldwide having lockdown and closing schools and things like that. So talking about our solution, first of all, it's a very high-tech solution. It's completely wireless. It doesn't require any kind of working station or things like that. The most competitive aspect of our solution is the haptic feedback, because this is where you get feedback on the pressure that you apply, how we apply the syringe. There are a lot of, let's say, parameters that you can control and exercise as a practicing nurse, surgeon, or midwife undertaking any kind of education. It's updatable, but the thing is we need to support all kind of VR glasses available in the market, which we do. So our solution is actually covering a big spectrum of solutions available in the market, such as HTC, Oculus, and things like that. This is simply how it looks like once you have the VR glasses on. So you're actually injecting the syringe, you get this feedback by the haptic technology. So there's a lot of, let's say, immersive aspect of our solution compared to the other solutions available in the market. So talking about the market, our company is 2 years old and founded in Turkey. You see there are a lot of faculty of medicines, nursing and midwifery educations, and then you have also some other vocational high schools, and we're looking at more than 170,000 medical students at different levels. In Europe, we're looking at 4.3 million nurses and more than 300,000 midwives. In USA, there's also a lot of programs associated with that. Medical simulation market, it's a booming market. As you can see, the figures speak for itself. By 2026, we're looking at 5.25 billion. So these are really big figures, which makes us very interested in promoting our solution. I would like to emphasize a little bit about comparison. What we do, we cover all these aspects: productivity, scalability, easy to use, maintenance required, and all the other aspects you see here. So we dominate with our all, let's say, levels of using conditions, all the solutions available in the market. And our team, it says out of time, but I think, can I continue? Okay, our team, due to the technical features of the product, we have a very vast team consisting of different engineering disciplines. Of course, we also work with different advisors from different disciplines. And then we have quite a lot of project partners. We work together with universities, medicine schools, some education institutions, as well as companies like Unity, which is actually providing a lot of tech support for us here in Denmark. And then another thing which is interesting is a letter of intent. We get a lot of interest for our solution due to its haptic nature from different companies, including Unity as well. They are very much interested in our solution. And a little bit about in 2 years, we get to become the only initiative that is actually entitled for Select USA Tech from Turkey. And then, of course, we're part of InvestHorizon. So we get a grant, 2 grants from the local government here, which we use actually as a seed investment. The business model, I would like to emphasize a little bit about it. Mainly, we focus on education institutions. We would like to provide them annual licensing and hardware sales. So this is the cornerstone or the major, let's say, revenue generator for us. And we want to use the students as our, let's say, source of maybe income at some minimal level, by using a light version of our content in an app store or any other, let's say, available platform. We want, for the time being, 1.3 million, and we would like to go with that money into different segments, such as different engineering disciplines, but major amount of the money will go in the team. And of course, we want to spend money on marketing and new markets. 2018, we're established in Turkey. 19, we open a subsidiary in USA. By the end of 2020, or let's say by the beginning of next year, we are opening up another subsidiary in Denmark, and that's it.
Thank you. It's now time for questions. If someone wants to ask a question, please unmute yourself and ask directly.
All right, I would like to ask a question about the team's experiences in taking a product of this character to market and scaling the business internationally.
Sure. The question is, the biggest challenge for us is actually we are not a team consisting of doctors. So after a very quick, let's say, couple of trials with hospitals and clinical institutions, we get to understand that there's a lot of, let's say, know-how around, of course, such kind of, let's say, technology. And then we start right away working with different institutions, such as a big hospital here in Turkey, in Istanbul. And then for the last 1 year, we worked with an institution which is specialized in simulations in Denmark called KAMS. So what we do actually, we get these 2 prototypes in place. We get a lot of feedback by doctors having different backgrounds with different, let's say, specializations in different disciplines with PhD degrees and all that. So we work with them as our solution partners, and we get all this medical knowledge, implement in the product, so the product is actually fit for the market, and then get them use it with some additional features in it. And then from that point on, we develop the product to the next level. So there's of course a lot of improvements. For the time being, we have 50 plus different injection scenarios. This happened just in a time frame of 6 to 9 months. About the commercialization part, to be honest, of course, the medical companies are huge. They're enormous in terms of their, let's say, financial power. For the time being, we did not approach any of them explicitly. But of course, we've been approached by some VCs specialized in healthcare. So we are at this point where we are actually trying to find out what is the right go-to-market strategy for us, because the product is changing all the time. It's coming to a point where we see different opportunities. So what we are looking actually in terms of funding, we would like to hook up with a partner that will give us, let's say, a lot of benefit in terms of crafting this business strategy in order to commercialize the product. Because we can do this, but when we do this, we can do it at a level which is going to be not at a macro level. So that's the reason why we established a subsidiary in USA, and then next year we're opening up in Denmark in order to cover the Nordic market, because there is a lot of need for such kind of solutions. So we see more opportunity for ourselves, but we know that it will open us more doors. So as a 2-year startup, of course, this is what we can say, what we have on the table as a startup company.
Thank you. We are out of time for questions as well. You can connect through our platform. We have personal messages, and we have also the one-to-one meetings. So feel free to use them.
Okay.
And with that, we are now finished with our session. Thank you all for joining us today. And my colleague Denitsa will share now with you the satisfaction survey link. Please fill it in so we can improve for future sessions. And I would like to remind you that tonight we have the one-to-one meetings, and tomorrow the whole day as well. So please respond to your requests and have a nice evening. Thank you once again for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.